Raw and Real Fight Forum. It's your boy T's back at you bringing that heat. Now, I recently saw a video with Keyshawn Johnson's manager or trainer, and he was asked the question about, he was given the truth of the explanation on why Keyshawn and Shakur are never going to fight. So his reason being for that is to say that because they're good friends, just like they even said it. They're good friends or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Which is kind of crazy to me. Now, it's different. You know what I'm saying? I guess it's a different type of dynamic if you're playing basketball, football, or any other competitive sport with a ball in play, opposed to actually causing bodily harm to somebody that you really love and care about. But at the same time, this is the sport that you guys chose. You see what I'm saying? So you know me, I'm going to get raw and real with it. Let me get raw and real with it. I understand. I understand why the Charlo brothers are not going to fight each other. They're brothers. I understand why the Klitschko's never wanted to fight each other, even though they even said they had some gruesome, bloody-ass sparring matches. I understand that. But I cannot wrap my head around this friendship shit. The reason why y'all don't want to fight. So you know me, I'm going to keep it raw and real, and I'm going to do a couple fact checks right quick. Simon Brown and Maurice Blocker, they said they were never going to fight till that bag got put in their face. And they fought. Still was friends after the fact. Roy Jones Jr. and Mike McCallum were good friends. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Mike had some financial issues, so Roy gave him the fight to help him out financially and defended his title against him. Roy stopped him, but they still was friends after. You know what I'm saying? So the question I got for Keyshawn and Shakur is, both of you guys are champions. You talking about you'll never fight each other. So ain't the ultimate goal is to become undisputed? I mean, don't get me wrong, being champion is cool, but the ultimate goal is becoming undisputed. I think that's what every fighter who laces up a pair of gloves is looking for. That's Errol Spence's dream, but he was one belt short, couldn't get it. Terrence Crawford has did it in multiple weight divisions. Canelo has did it in multiple weight divisions. Clarissa Shield has did it in multiple weight divisions. Just being a champion is not what this new generation and era is about anymore. And the question I pose to them guys is, like, you gonna let your friendship have a strong hold on your legacy? So what Keyshawn Davis trainer was trying to point out or trying to say was, if they do wind up fighting each other, it's not going to be the type of fight we expect to see. They're not going to go hard. They're not going to go all out. It's going to be a glorified sparring match and a lackluster performance by both fighters because they're cool. And if that's how the fight is going to be, I don't want to see the shit either. I don't want to see the shit. So if they get in the ring just to get the bag, I don't want to see it. I'm going to just keep it 100. I don't want to see it. Now, what can happen is one of them go up another weight class, and then that frees up the other belt for the other person to become undisputed. But if it's going to be that type of shit, it's going to take both of their stock down. If you're going to make a fight and they're not going to try to tear each other's head off, they're just going to box each other, hit him and hit him. There's no friends in this boxing shit. You could be cool after the fight, but once the fight going on, it's time to do what we came to do. And boxing is an ego sport. It's a bravado kind of sport because it's the hurt business. I'm here to fuck you up. I'm really literally here to fuck you up because I know you're trying to fuck me up. But from the interview that I heard with Keyshawn Johnson's manager or trainer or whatever, if it's going to be like he said it's going to be, people, we can stop asking for this fight. I'm going to just be totally honest with you. Because all that's going to do is leave a bad taste in the fans' mouths. And it's going to be like, damn, how many other fights was like this that we just didn't know about? The fight game is hard enough already because it's got to be a winner and a loser. Unless they fight to the point so close to where it's a draw and they just get the bag and ride off into the sunset. We still don't want that shit either. I'll let you win the first 6 rounds. Let me win the last 6 rounds. So it could be a draw. We don't want that shit either. We both come out the fight unscathed. And we both just have a draw on our record. But we made a shitload of money because this is the fight that the world demanded. We ain't got time for that in boxing, baby. Not me, anyway. So if y'all don't want to fight, fuck it. Don't fight. But are you really going to hold up your legacy over friendship? You got to ask yourself certain questions. How far do you really want to go in the game? Because every champion, world champion I know, dreams of being undisputed. It's just like they trying to force Boots to go up to 54. He like, nah, nigga. I want to clean out this division. Boots got the same mindset that Errol Spence had. Errol Spence just got caught up with Terrence Crawford, and he couldn't get that last strap. His strap season ended with trying to get the last strap. Boots got 2 straps. He's going after 2 more. And then he said he'll move up because he's not letting these promoters dictate his life and his legacy. So you mean to tell me you guys will let y'all friendship dictate your legacy? And Shakur, he got to fight. He might as well fight. Because he already committed career suicide by saying fuck the fans. And then you pricing yourself out. And that's why Turkey don't want to pay you the money that you want, because he's already going to lose on you. You're not an exciting fighter. And all this comparison to Mayweather shit, the difference between Shakur and Mayweather is this, and I tell you people all the time. Shakur is a great defensive fighter. No, Shakur is a completely defensive fighter. Mayweather is an old school great defensive fighter who was born in an era where the game was make you miss, make you pay. Shakur just make you miss. He ain't making you pay. Not to mention, he doesn't have the power that Mayweather had. Mayweather fought more undefeated fighters and stopped those undefeated fighters. Like Ricky Hatton, Corrales. He stopped these monsters, man. It's a different era. It's a different era. Shakur don't want to get hit. And rightfully so, because if you don't pack that punch to get that respect, you don't want to eat too many of them bitches either, and you know that. I mean, we got to look at it in a sense like Paulie Malignaggi. He was a good fighter. He just had no power. He just had no power. So I kind of get where Shakur going with it, but if he keep winning, but you already got limited options. Because Turkey don't want to invest in you. You saying fuck the fans. You can't say fuck the niggas that's putting the money in your pocket. That's why you having times getting these big name fights that you want. And now you got a person in your own camp that a fight can be easily made for the fact because you're all cool. And then you stated yourself that nobody can beat me. So we asking you to prove it then, bruh. Prove it. Because talk is cheap. And to be honest with you, Keyshawn is probably the only fight that you're going to get at 135. Unless it's a fight with Lamont Roach after this Tank situation. But you need a name. And you trying to pick and choose who you fight. Because to me, you're kind of going down the road of Canelo. Fighting people we never heard of just to stay busy, just to collect some money. But you're not getting the major fights. You're not getting those Benavidez. So you need Keyshawn, really. So I'm not understanding with all this shit about this friendship shit. Y'all motherfuckers is millionaires. Get this shit over with. Win the fight, lose the fight, whatever. Go on to the next. You in the game. That's like you being in football and you playing football or basketball and you going to the playoffs, but I don't want to play this team because my friend on that team and I don't want to beat him or I don't want to lose to him. This is the fight game, man. Y'all suck that shit up and make this shit happen. Or one of y'all move up. Something. But don't keep that division hostage as far as the belts is concerned. And both of y'all don't want to fight each other and y'all keep the belts hostage that y'all have. And nobody can never be undisputed in that weight class because y'all don't want to fight each other. Which I think the sanctioning bodies should push and make it mandatory that y'all do. There's no room in the sport of boxing for this bullshit. Or if you don't want to fight, get stripped. Just get stripped. But the show must go on. The division must thrive. Because y'all don't want to fight each other. Y'all can't hold the belts hostage and keep other fighters that's trying to be undisputed from getting them. Y'all made that pact. But that pact doesn't go within the rule. Y'all don't run boxing. It don't goes in the rules of boxing. But y'all not fighting each other is crazy. One of y'all need to move the fuck up so the shit can open back up. Y'all don't think Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford held up the weight division long enough? Now y'all trying to do the same shit? How y'all get y'all ego so big that y'all think y'all could just hold up the whole fucking division? That's why Boots had to wait so long, because he had to see what the fuck Errol Spence and Terrence was going to do for 5 years. Now he's just getting his just due. Y'all fucking up the game with y'all prima donna attitudes. Niggas either fight or flight. But get the fuck out the way and stop holding up division. But y'all tell me what y'all think about this situation. Raw and real, baby. That's my job, and I'm going to keep giving it to you. Peace.